Here we go. Here's our first subtraction problem. When it's subtraction, the first set of parentheses doesn't make a difference at all. Just get rid of them, okay? Because what would have happened is if you wanted to distribute, which you could, you'd be distributing a positive 1 into this set of parentheses, but distributing a positive 1 doesn't do anything for us. Okay, it doesn't change any of the values. But here on the right, though, I am going to be distributing. This is not just a 1, it's a negative 1 because of the minus sign right there, okay?
Are these binomials?
All right, so here we've got the negative 1 to distribute, right? So again, distribution is all multiplication, and we are distributing it in 3 terms, and that shouldn't be a problem. We can distribute it 2, 3, we can distribute a 1 term if we want. But this negative 1 times the 2x to the power of 4, which would be negative 2x to the power of 4. And then also negative 1 times the negative 10x to the power of 3, which would be positive 10x to the power of 3. And then negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Now, I've kind of set it up like this on purpose because some students notice, look, I really don't need to distribute here. I just know I need to change all these signs, and then I can just drop it kind of like I did right there to emphasize what I'm talking about. We didn't do anything with the stuff on the left, so I'm just dropping that right there. See, so the 2x to the power of 4 became a negative 2x to the power of 4. The negative 10x to the power of 3 became a positive 10x to the power of 3. Negative 3 became a positive 3. All we did was change the signs, and that's what that negative 1 will do into that set of parentheses. That's it. Now, if you still want to do the distribution, feel free to do it. If you understand it better that way, do it. But some students like to say, "Oh, I just changed all the signs." Okay, just don't change the signs in that first set of parentheses there. Well, now that we have that, I still see 4 different terms on this one. Just some of them don't have like terms, right? Like I've got these x to the power of 4s here. That's a negative 10 minus 2, which is negative 12. X to the power of 4s. The next one is it's a negative 11x to the power of 2. I don't see any like terms to combine that with. So it just stays negative 11x to the power of 2. The next term even is just a negative x. If you wanted to put the 1 there, you should be okay to do that. And we use the negative 2x to the power of 4. Next, I've got the 10x to the power of 3, which is positive. Yeah, there's no other like terms with that one. And then finally, the positive 3 as well. So I think I said there was 4 terms. Looks like there's 5 total terms in our solution, and that's okay. Now, if you really wanted to be specific and say, I'm going to put this in descending order because that's what math nerds do, you'd have the x to the power of 4 term, x to the power of 3, x to the power of 2, the x term, and then the constant. I'm not going to do that because I'm not feeling that motivated right now. Let me explain. The minus, right? Some students, they just apply to the 2x to the power of 4, and then they don't apply to these other 2 terms. That's where you have to remember that it is actually distribution. You need to change all of these, all 3, not just 1, all 3. And if the parentheses was right here, you just distribute to the 2. That's it.